Guys, I've been on the train for about like an hour now. No complaints so far. It's pretty good. You get to see like all that behind me. Really good view. Only thing I would say is a complaint, which is not really a complaint, is that the service is slow. Well, the service being slow is really not a train issue. It's just a service in the middle of nowhere, Florida issue. But there is Wi-Fi on the train. It's not the fastest Wi-Fi, but at least it's something. So like I am currently updating my pictures. Of my listings. And give you guys real time of how long it takes. Sometimes sometimes with the photo room app you have to like restart it 6 times before it starts working again. But hey, at least I'm getting work done, you know. If I was driving, I would get nothing done right now. Seal. It sucks that when you send an offer to somebody, you can't change the pictures from that item. So if there's like a Lennox cat, they send an offer out to a watcher, I can't change the pictures from that cat. So you have to keep that until either he buys it or my offer goes through. There's people you see walking behind me. The snack cart or the lunch cart is open, or food cart, I guess, cafe. Not that like hungry yet, so I'm not going back there as of now, but when I do, I'll take you guys back with me. Besides that, plenty of leg room. Charger works, seat reclines. I'm a happy camper, nothing to complain about. The view is usually good. Right now it's not the best because we're right next to trees. But even this is still pretty to look at. Like I drove past already, like some like flower nurseries and tree nurseries, some farms and stuff on the way to the snack bar now. See how it goes. So here's guys what $13 gets you on the train. Get a hot dog, cheeseburger. Doesn't look too bad actually, and a Coke. So I'm definitely learning on the way back. I'm bringing way more food with me. Cause there's a snack bar here, but then like a small bag of chips is like $4 or $5 there, so it's kind of pricey. So we're definitely bringing more snacks with us on the way back. That's for sure. Guys, here's my makeshift desk. Got one tray down, second tray down, all my stuff that I need. It's working. Stuff. Got 2 plugs over here. My mouse fits, my computer fits. I'm gonna be editing a vlog right now. The train. I think we're just past Jacksonville according to the guy. So we're in Jacksonville. Still a long way to go. Alrighty, vlog 1 is done. It's rendering right now. I'm surprised at actually how good internet I have on the laptop. I was able to do the things that require internet. Like I had to like download some songs to put on it because I didn't make anything in there, and download it really fast. So it worked probably well. We're also in a pretty good part of Florida right now, so maybe that's helpful. Like when we're in the boonies or whatever, Doonies, something like that. It might not be as good. It's good here. It's good here. This is gonna go up on Friday, and it's from Monday. So probably that means Saturday's vlog is the one you're seeing right now. Are you watching me on Saturday? Tell me. Leave me down in the comments below if you're watching me on Saturday. I think Saturday is gonna be Tuesday and Wednesday, which is today. Then that's gonna work good. So I don't know, I had this much footage from Monday. I had 25 minutes just from Monday. So there we go. So much for me not recording much, I guess, right? So yeah, this vlog is done. We're gonna continue to. I'm gonna try to, since I have good internet, I'm gonna try to use Photo-Room on the browser and change the backgrounds and stuff on the browser as well with my phone and see if we can knock things out. I already did like 20 plus listings and they're looking good. So we'll see how more we can get done. And we'll have some music playing or something and then get to work. Here's the sites, in case you guys are wondering what I'm looking at right now. More woods, some construction, there's a crane. There's some people that maybe, hey, look at that crane is huge. Sometimes I try not to not look out the window because it scares me. Like when we're passing a bridge, I'm like, ooh, it's scary, as Jimmy would say. This is nice. So unfortunately, I can't test if the Photo-Room works or not because we're like driving to like a national forest in Georgia. By the way, we crossed into Georgia, and there's like no signal. My phone has 0 bars on just regular service. We got to this port of Photo-Room, so we got that there's transparent, and then it's supposed to fill in the AI over here, but just there's just no internet. There's just no internet. And looking at the map, it seems like a long national forest. Okie, I'm gonna butcher this. Okefenokee. Okefenokee National Wildlife Refuge. That's where we are, and it's just a big, just like green blob. Like you see, there shows kind of like where the cities are. So that's Jacksonville right there, right? Here, there's like nothing. Like it's just nothing. We'll come up to maybe Winoker, 6 miles away, but I don't know how big Winoker is. So, oh, we just got 5 bars though on the LTE. Maybe the Wi-Fi will work. Good morning, ladies and gents. It is the next morning, 6:10 a.m. We're still on the train. See right here, I showed you guys the little sunrise that I got to see. Here on the bottom level, here you go. So woke, actually slept pretty good, surprisingly. Slept really good. I'm about to go get their complimentary breakfast. Enjoyed that. We're like about to pass Richmond, and according to the original calculations, we're supposed to be here for 4 hours, but like this goes to Morton, which is a little south of DC, so I don't see how we're gonna be on here for 4 more hours. I feel like it's like only like 2 hours away, but I might be here for 4 more hours according to the actual thing. So here's the view. Oh wait, here, let me show you guys the bathroom of these trains. Here we are. Here's the door. Here's the mirror. Here's where you do your business. I think it's legit like a 4x2 room. Not much room to do anything else, guys. So this is what the bathroom looks like. Here's what we got, guys. Raisin bran, some milk, coffee cake, banana, some OJ, and some coffee. It's not like 5-star dining, but it gets the job done. Okay, y'all, we have made it to Lorton, I think is the city, Virginia. We're here, everybody else. I'm waiting for our cars to get here now, so cars come out there and they announce it on the PA when your car gets called. They're doing, you pay extra if you get priority, so they're getting the priority cars out first. So we're gonna be here for probably a while until they get to mine. So I'm gonna just chill here until I see my car out, and then we're gonna head out. I slept again after I got up with you guys. I had breakfast, did a little bit of work. I had no service again, so I was like, I'm going back to bed. So I slept again, so I slept really good. Got a lot of hours. About like 25 minutes later, called my number. Hopefully I remember the right number. Gonna go see if my car is out here. This is so interesting. Yep, I see it. I see it in the back. Alright, we got our car, and it's only 10 a.m. So the train got there earlier. So I was like, on my ideal plan was to get out of here by 11. We're gonna be out of here by 10, which is great. So let's go. The directions to my warehouse, my old warehouse, it's saying it's 2 hours and 44 minutes away, 145 miles. There says expect slowdowns, which we're gonna be going through DC, through Baltimore, which makes sense. Look, already we just got on a highway and I already see people not moving. So fantastic. Well, this is DC traffic at 10 in the morning. Like, what do you expect, right? It's gonna be slow. I don't think there's any way around besides 95 to go from where we are. So we're gonna be slow for a little bit. I do want to get off and get some coffee though. If I see a Starbucks or something like that on the exit, I'm getting off and getting some coffee. Because no offense to Amtrak and their service, they provide good service, but the coffee there was not it. The only way it could have been it is if I added like 85 packs of sugar and then like 85 creamers and to make it good. It reminded me of like when you're like waiting to get your car maintained or something, you're getting an oil change, and that like garage mechanic shop has like a cup of coffee for you guys in the waiting room. Like, that's what that coffee reminded me of. It was just super bitter, zero taste. Maybe I'm a snob now, I don't know, but it just wasn't good. So we ain't doing that. So that didn't really hit the job. And then the orange juice that I purchased, that I got for breakfast, you guys saw, also was just frozen. It was just a big block of ice. And I guess you just wait for it to defreeze. We got off the train and it was still like a block of ice. So that thing didn't spot either. Now, it's complimentary breakfast now. You can't complain about free food. Raisin bran, tastes like raisin bran now, I guess. Banana tastes like a banana. The coffee cake was good. But yeah, to give my, now that I can actually talk for people listening, give my experience. I like the train a lot. Maybe it would be different if it was a lot more packed. So how this worked is that the train, you know how there's two seats, right? I had a seat that I had a seat next to me, and pretty much every person that was traveling by themselves, like me, had the seat empty next to them. If they placed them with somebody else, there was enough seats to go around, they would move to a different seat where there was empty two seats. So I think my experience might have changed if I had somebody else next to me the whole time. It might not have been as pleasurable and as comfortable, but because I had an empty seat, so I had an empty tray, I could actually like lounge pretty good. I could sleep on both the chairs very comfortably. I was surprised how much sleep I actually got. I think I went to bed like around 10:30ish, 11ish, because we had zero service, so I couldn't really do any work at all. So but I had a downloaded Spotify playlist, so I was just listening to music the whole time and slowly falling asleep. And so I think it was like 10:30ish, 11ish. I went to bed. I woke up a couple of times during the night just to check the phone. I remember the first time I checked, it was like 1 a.m. I checked again, it was like 3 a.m. I checked again, it was like 4:45ish. I checked again, it was like 5, and then I got up like around 5. So that was pretty good. I got like 5, 6, 7 hours there. And then I had my breakfast and did a little work until like 7, and then went back to bed, and I woke up when we pulled in around 9. So I got another 2 hours. So as far as like sleeping is concerned on a public vehicle, that is really good. I think I got like 8 or 9 hours. And I wasn't like discomfortable, I wasn't uncomfortable or anything. I slept really, really good. So like, it definitely gets points for that. For space, definitely gets points for space. I'm a huge guy, I have big legs, and I guess it's 95 north, 4 miles. Okay. So but this had plenty of legroom. Like I could lounge really easily. I could work on the trays. Like I took the tray down and was doing editing and doing work on my laptop, and I still have plenty of legroom. So like comfort, another high grade. Again, the only thing I would food was meh, to say the least. Overpriced, like you expected to be. But they let you bring snacks home. They let you bring their. So I had a couple next to me that's done this plenty of times, and they did not get food once. Even their complimentary breakfast, they did not go and get. Because they're smart. They legit had like a bag that's full, like an insulated bag, because you're allowed to bring 2 bags per person. Like 2. I brought like a tote that I won from the reseller showdown, and I brought my Pokemon bag. I didn't bring like a carry-on or whatever. You're allowed to bring a carry-on. You're allowed to bring 2 carry-on type size bags per person, right? So they brought, so they had 2 people. So one of the 4 bags they were allowed to bring was an insulated like food bag, where they had snacks and food going the whole entire trip. I was so jealous of them. I was like, you guys are so smart. They had like beverages that were cold the whole time. They had food, they had chips, they had sandwiches, they had all sorts of meals, like all sorts of food. So they were prepared, and they weren't hungry at all, I can tell you that. So like knowing that in the future, I can definitely be a lot more prepared for it, because all I brought with me was some sour cream and onion potato chips and some Wawa iced tea, which I haven't finished drinking yet either. But the fact that they had the food open and I could buy snacks all I wanted, like if I didn't care about the money, and the meals were hot. Apparently, like if I got the sleeper car, where it's just your own personal room, that was like double what I even paid. If I got the sleeper car, they would have delivered meals to me, and they had like steak and stuff like that, so that they had way more bougier food down there at the sleeper car level. But I was just in coach. But I don't think I'm gonna. If I do this again, I'm definitely not gonna upgrade. I think I'm just gonna stay in coach and just get food with me. That'll be something that change. Let's see. Again, the other thing is like if they had better Wi-Fi, they provide you a free Wi-Fi, which is great. But just because the train's so huge, and I think they just have limited Wi-Fi on the train, that there was a lot of parts of it where like something as simple as changing a picture on an eBay listing, because I was doing the photo room background thing, just to going to eBay, clicking edit listing, click upload photo, uploading your photo, putting it at 1, clicking revise listing, that entire process, which would take maybe 20 to 30 seconds at max at a regular Wi-Fi location, that process sometimes would take me 5 to 10 minutes to do. I'm not kidding. So that wasn't ideal. Where am I going here? 495 north. That was like during the dead zones, where like if I would change my phone from Wi-Fi to service, I would have maybe 1 bar. I would have like SOS, because like we're in the middle of nowhere. But surprisingly, when we were driving through, even like this morning, we were driving through Richmond, and I had like almost no service too. Around the DC traffic is so confusing. There's like so many different exits, and they're all very similar. I think I'm going the right way now. The 395 Washington Express lanes. Okay, yep, we're good. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, around Richmond this morning, I thought like we were going around a big city. You think there would be service everywhere? No, that's why like I went back to bed. I was like, yeah, I'm not waiting 10 minutes to just change a picture. I'm not doing it. I just went back to bed and I napped. So like my expectation to work the entire time went out the window when the service is bad, you know. And there's just so much I can edit without service as well. So I got the vlog ready for tomorrow. It's got to go up. That was for Monday. The vlog got to go up on Saturday. It's going to be include the footage I was doing yesterday, so I can't really I can't really do much with it, you know. So I'm gonna have to edit that one at our Airbnb in tonight or tomorrow, because I have it's due Saturday. So I'm very happy with my trip. It was probably, I don't know if I told you guys about how expensive it was. It's a very expensive trip. It's way more expensive than flying. I don't know how much just the train ride by itself is. I would guess it's like half of what I paid. But with the car and the coach and everything else that I got, it was a little over like $420 each way. So it's not cheap. It's an expensive luxury to afford. If I was to drive from PA to if I was just to drive from the Orlando to DC location, I did the little gas buddy calculation. It would have been like around $300 in gas of just how much my car takes. If you guys are probably driving better cars than me, you guys are probably not driving a V8. V8 8-foot box strip. I just have, like, obviously there's a better, this is an older car. First of all, it's an 06, you know, it has like 100,000 miles on it. If you don't have a V8, if you don't have an 8-foot bed like me, you know, your gas probably is going to be a lot more cheaper and affordable to drive from Orlando to DC. But for me, it was about $300. Then you gotta think about it. I wasn't gonna do that in a non-stop way. That's a long drive, so I was not gonna get a hotel on the way anyways, right? If I was driving, I was getting a hotel anyways. That's at least another $150. There we go. There's $450 right there. So it's pretty much the same price as me driving. Maybe train maybe even be a little cheaper. But I'm not driving the whole time. I could sleep. I could do work. Productive. I could edit. I'm comfortable. I'm way more relaxed right now and rejuvenated to drive than I would have been if I was driving the whole previous day. So for that reason right there, I think it's doable. Like if I need to go somewhere where I need my car, the train I think is better than driving. Now obviously if I just need to go somewhere to see somebody, flying is obviously the best choice. It's way faster, it's way cheaper. But if I'm going to like a route sale anywhere around that area, around Virginia, like for example the Route 40 that I went to last year starts in Baltimore. So if I want to do the Route 40 next year, I could do this one. I could do the train again this year. If I like this 100-mile yard sale in PA again, I might do it again. There's other ones that are in this area. There's a couple in Virginia and stuff, you know. So it's definitely an option. It's definitely an option. Now some people try to say, hey, why don't you just fly and get a rental car and do it that way. But then again, rental cars will going to cost me money. The ticket costs me money. And then the issue I have is, how do I get that stuff back? You know, I'm going to a route sale for 2 days. Last time that I did this route sale with Kelsey, I had an entire truck. I think I had like 10 plus totes full of merchandise. To ship that much stuff back, first of all, I would need plenty of boxes. I'll have to go and buy like wardrobe boxes or something here. I would have to fill all those up, ship them back via UPS. You know, that won't be cheap. That's probably going to be $5,200, $5,200, probably even more per box. And if I have 10 totes of merchandise, that's like at least 5 or so boxes. That's like $500 easily in shipping that we need to do and ship back, and hopefully UPS doesn't break it on the way back. So there's no way to do this in a cheap way. So that's why I said this before. I said it on my podcast. If you guys are doing route sales like this one, the route sales that I'm doing, and you just go in there as a picker, no, obviously if you live close by, like you decide you live like an hour away from this route sale, obviously do it. But something like me, where I live like 20 hours away from this route sale, if I wasn't going there for content, I wasn't going to this route sale to make videos and for content and to vlog and to all this. It wouldn't have been worth it. If I was just a picker, I'm staying in Florida. It's just as simple. So a lot of people like try to overhype route sales, like they're like the greatest things in sliced bread. No, it's a big yard sale. I mean, if it's within like 2 hours away from me, I would say maybe it's worth going as just a picker. But if you're not going there for content and not just for content, you have to get compensated pretty well for that content too. Like if you're making like, I don't know, like $10 a video, I wouldn't say it's worth it even then, unless you're gonna collab with somebody that's a bigger YouTuber. You're gonna get a lot of growth out of it. But yeah, it's tough to justify it. It's tough to justify going without that. Like, I'm not doing 127 this year. It just didn't make sense. 127 is like about like 14 hours away, so I would have to drive, and there's no train to get there, so I would have to drive 14 hours each way to go picking for 3 days. The only reason I would do it is just to go hang out with Kayla and to go see her. That would be the only reason I would do it, not because the pickings is amazing there. Enough rambling. Time for me to focus on the road. We're driving right through downtown DC. That's why there's always so much traffic. See, there's the Washington Monument up ahead. I think there's the Jefferson Memorial as well. I haven't been to DC in a minute though, so I'm not sure about the Jefferson Memorial. I think it's the Jefferson Memorial. So yeah, they're right there. So like somewhere around there is the White House, the Capitol. The Capitol's over there. That big dome right there could be the helicopter flying above. But yeah, here we go. Here's DC for you guys. DC, beautiful river. It's probably filthy. A lot of people. And